If you find any of this comedy not to be funny, let me tell you something. If you think you're funnier than us, there's an open mic right after this showcase at 8 p.m. You can sign up for that open mic and come up here and prove all of us wrong and show us your stuff. Because the fact is, we're all aspiring comedians up here. You might recognize us from things like absolutely nothing at all. And aspiring comedians, as we learn night after night here at the Brainwash Cafe, we are the Jehovah's Witnesses of entertainment. Our jokes go knock knock, and the audience is like, no one's answering the goddamn door.
Started doing stand-up. I don't remember the exact date. It was a Thursday because it was at the Brainwash Cafe in San Francisco. I started in 2010, by the way. That was the year that stand-up was, especially local stand-up, aspiring stand-up comedy was at its worst. I've had that confirmed by several sources. That wasn't just how I felt about it, but it was truly awful. So a workout room really is just a place where they're free showcases, so the audience really is there, like they'll come check it out, but they're not risking anything. Most of the time here, most of the nights, the audience walks away much surprised, entertained. Rarely do they walk out feeling like they just had the worst experience of their life. Or, I like what somebody said at a show, they might walk out going, I'm funnier than those people, maybe I should try stand-up comedy, which we don't want to set that bar, but still, it can always be an interesting experience at the very least. We do this show here every Thursday, 7:30 to 9, free comedy show. As you can see, the people are demanding more and more free comedy based on the numbers that we have.
Enjoy America with me.
There you go. Well, this is the land of the free. She's allowed to say whatever she wants. I guess she's got it way better than if she were in India. That's true.
No, India doesn't have Sharia law.
What's that?
India doesn't have Sharia law.
It doesn't. I'm sorry, I can barely hear
It
you.
doesn't have Sharia law. It's the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
I'm loving how I came here to do stand-up, but I'll take a history lesson too. That's cool. I'm down.
Those countries have Sharia law. They have to be Muslim. And India's not really as much. They have Muslims there, but they're not really. Muslim.
Hey,
Yes.
I'll send my wife to Saudi Arabia.
Okay, you want to? All right. Well, you can arrange with Deepak for that.
I have an 18-year-old daughter, and I tell her if she doesn't start behaving, I will send her to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
All right. Well, don't send me there if you don't if you don't like my jokes. I'm glad I'm not married to you.
Are you filming? Good, because you better. I want this three-way TED Talk to be documented. A lot of comedians, when they start out, if they go and they don't do well in certain places, they don't like going back there. That, to me, was the very reason to go back to any place, was that I was going to keep going back there until I learned how to, as I would call it, crack that room. Just show some information that she's a warm, nurturing, loving mother before she goes home and invites the four gentlemen fixing the flat screen in her living room to a gangbang on the couch. That's all I'm asking for. A little more backstory in the MILF porn, a little less backstory to the Hobbit. I think everybody will be happy. That's all. See, what I was talking, I don't do comedy all the time for the laughs here, Angie. Sometimes I do it strictly for the peace and quiet after my jokes. Test your level of commitment to your material. There's people who have been in stand-up comedy who have experienced success, who have become worse people. There's people who have experienced success who have become better people. There's people who have experienced no success and become better people. There's people who have experienced no success who have become worse people. There's been people who really haven't changed. For me personally, because the path of being creative has led here, it was the first thing where I felt like I might be able to do this, and seeing how people could make a living at it without being known or without being you could make a living at this and no one's ever heard of you. I'd rather be as good as I can keep getting
with a voice that even if I don't fit in now, maybe I'll develop enough of a skill set and develop an audience in the process that will then kind of make it undeniable for me to get work in those places eventually. So, and I've gotten work in places that other people haven't gotten work in yet. So fuck all them.